Man has inherited out of the dark mystery of time and space.
Release the Kraken.
I usually roll in here and I look like crap. I don't do anything today. I put on makeup, I curl my hair.
She's all dolled up.
I look fabulous today for those of you listening and not seeing me because we're not on video today.
Dragons is so stupid.
I'll tell you what, we can fix this now. We can fix this right now.
I am having a fantastic hair day and nobody is watching me.
I'll tell you
and
what.
I'm pissed.
Shoot it. It's a monster.
News Flash. This special edition of the Political Twist-Up Show with Steve and Denise, live from the Luminosity stage at Cedar Point, is brought to you by the law firm of John Targowski and Daniel Crow, attorney Glenn McCandless, the National Patient Rights Association, and the great folks at Cedar Point. And now, here's Steve Greene and Denise Pollicella.
1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
Hey, the mics are on. Look at that. We're live at Cedar Point. Welcome to the program. I'm Steve Greene. With me is Denise Pollicella, and we've got Annie Zelm from Cedar Point today.
Hi.
Do we got everybody up? Everything's working? Looks good. Bob says that we got to go. We're golden on the program. It's a little spooky out here today. I can tell you that some of the screams are coming from the park. Some of them are recorded. But that's what we like to do. It's a spooky time here at the park. Can we talk about HallowWeekends and what HallowWeekends is at Cedar Point? How you get out here and enjoy some of the spookiness for the time of the year?
Absolutely. This is one of the best times to be here at Cedar Point because you get so many extra attractions for your money. We have 10 haunted attractions. 4 of them are houses, and 6 of them are outdoor walkthrough attractions. Everything from Fear Fair, which is like a medieval themed, to our brand new wax museum, the Eden Musée. Super spooky in there.
Those creep me
Some
out.
of those wax figures are not still, I'll tell you that.
They'll scare you. Look, you walk past it and you think it's, wow, what is this? And then it moves at you. It's like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, it's full of surprises, as are all of our haunted houses here at Cedar Point. But right now in the daytime, as you can probably see, it's a lot more of the family-friendly activities. The rides are open. People are having a great time. Things are all decorated. You can even stop by and see some of the rides of Cedar Point's past in our ride graveyard. Did you happen to check that out?
I saw the demon drop.
Yeah.
Tombstone. It was really sad.
That is sad. You know what? They did a clever thing with one of the. I noticed that they had taken. From here, you can see the corkscrew. They'd taken a corkscrew cart and they put. It's something. It's supposed to be the guys that died in the avalanche or something.
It flew off the track, Steve.
Yeah, blew off the track.
Yeah, it flew off. The demons in the park.
It's a very cool idea that you did a graveyard dedicated to the former rides. It was really cute.
The Hard Rock. What is it? There's a Hard Rock. What is that?
Yeah, we're looking right now at our Hard Rock Cemetery. We have
that's what it is.
A lot of the performers of the past. Whitney Houston has even made it out there. We do keep it. It's very updated. So it's just a tribute to the artists that we've all known and loved, and with a Cedar Point twist.
Wow.
It's really beautiful out here. The decorations are absolutely fantastic. You've got the fall stuff going with the mums and the pumpkins, but you've got, I really, really like do those light up at night in the middle there when you're going on under the causeway or it's beautiful. The decorations are gorgeous and creepy.
We were up here setting up in the middle of the night to get the booth set up for the broadcast today, and it was spooky here at night with all the creepy stuff. I mean, you're out here by yourself, and you turn around, there's a skeleton there. It's like, ah!
I think it was just as much fun as being here in the daytime.
It kind of was. But I noticed a couple of things when I was here. I was walking up one of the hotel hallways, and they got the crazy pictures on the wall. And then you look at the picture, it's like, wow, I wonder if this is an old guy that used to be part of the park. And then all of a sudden, it's got the skull face. It's if you've seen
where the eyes are following you type thing.
It's the illusion.
No, there's like a, it's like
like a hologram.
Yeah, it's a hologram.
Yeah.
So when you move past, it changes. It's kind of creepy. But there's a bunch of them. I mean,
the hotels are decorated as well.
Hotels
themed
are
out.
even decorated,
Nice.
and our restaurants
Nice.
are decorated. You can actually rent a haunted suite in the Hotel Breakers. I didn't hook you guys up with one of the haunted ones.
Wait,
because I didn't
haunted?
know if you could cancel it. No, they will. they'll hook you up if you want. You can get a haunted suite at the Hotel Breakers.
The bed moves at night and stuff, you know.
And I don't really know what goes on in the
Ew. That's not haunted.
No, it's just like The Exorcist, you know, it starts to rise up.
Oh, man, that would be.
That's creepy.
Do you make sure it's haunted?
I can
guaranteed haunted, right?
I can do something.
All
I'll
right.
make sure that there's
Guaranteed haunting.
happening there.
That's cool.
Now, we're going to be talking to some people a little bit later on in the program about some of the different things happening with HallowWeekends. Maybe we could talk to somebody about the. You've got a couple of haunted house attractions that are not part of the regular fair, yes?
We do, absolutely. We mentioned the Eden Musée, which is our brand new attraction this year. Our wax museum, the Eden Musée.
Can't do it.
What's cool about
big,
that?
huge wuss. There's no way. I
can't go to the
so
wax
creepy.
museum?
Oh, those things
come
are
on.
creepy.
We got to get
We
Denise
gotta
in the
make
wax
it go.
museum.
Where's her
Creepy.
keys?
Forget it. Creepy.
We'll work on Denise over here.
Look, if I can get on the dragster, you go to the wax museum.
I've never been on the dragster. I haven't been here without children for 10 years. So, you know, I've been in, and it's lovely. I've been in Camp Snoopy, and we finally graduated to the Iron Dragon. And every once in a while, I escape and go to the Raptor, which is by far my favorite ride of all time. But I have yet to. Experience
I'll tell you, we did
just standing next to that thing is cool, though.
It is.
You know, just watching it.
You get the wind as it takes
you do.
off.
That sound is crazy.
Yeah, it's the sound. It's spooky.
Well, it's the sound of souls escaping bodies is what it is.
That's what powers this place.
It's the sound of stomachs falling out. You
It's
know,
crazy.
It's amazing to see how fast it goes when you're standing right next to it. That thing is cool.
We, myself and Ryan, our intern from Specs Howard, and Robert got on that thing last night, and we were the last. Well, we rode it the last two times. The last two carts that went through, we were on. We got off one and got right back on. We didn't get back in line. We got right
Steve
back
run.
on the ride.
I made him run. I said, if you're coming with me, you have to run. So I got off and I start running. He didn't run.
I was such a baby. I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting on this thing again.
You know what's really cool is this place just keeps getting better, which is nice. It's really nice because, you know, I'm from Michigan, so it's nice to have it so close to home, and it's always clean. And I have really fantastic memories of being here when I was a kid, and I was scared to death of the Gemini, but I did it. And I remember...
That was like in 1976 they opened up the Gemini.
Way long time ago. We will not throw dates into our conversation right now.
Well, that's why it's red, white, and blue. It's the whole bicentennial thing.
I remember, this is before the Magnum. This is before everything.
It is.
Like
It's
the
before.
Demon Drop was brand new, to me. But I remember my entire junior high class splitting up, and half of us were on the corkscrew and half of us were on the Gemini, and that's all we did all day. This, all day, that's all we did. Spent all day on the corkscrew and the Gemini.
Now, one of the things going on here at the park also kind of in the background is the construction of a new ride.
Absolutely. We have Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper looks fantastic.
Gatekeeper is already, it's in the works. The construction, the visible construction really hasn't started yet, but will start shortly, and they have cleared the site for that. As you notice, there are actually two things missing from the Cedar Point skyline.
It's
now,
the Space Needle?
The Space Spiral is gone,
was in the
and
graveyard.
Disaster Transport is also gone. So
were you here for the demolition? Was it an implosion?
I was right next to the guy who pushed the button.
Oh, and it wasn't a big demolition?
Yeah, what they actually do, it was actually a charged, it was a circuit that they hooked up.
Controlled demolition.
Controlled demolition.
Those
absolutely.
are cool.
They can control it within about 6 inches of where it would fall.
That's
So
crazy.
it's very
That's awesome.
precise.
Did they get the fireworks guys in on this? No, probably not.
No. We could talk.
That would have been a photo
we could
op.
bring in Monty Jasper.
I like Disaster
talk about
Transport. I'm a little sad.
I'm bummed too because
That was
that
a
was the
really
only
good
ride you could ride
ride.
in the dark during the day.
That was a really good ride, but I understand. It was big and kind of clunky.
I'm ready for the upgrade.
Well, the thing
it
was
blocked a lot of our
It
beach,
did.
and
It
now
did.
you can see
It's a
lot
big,
more
huge
of that
building,
beach area.
right.
It was a large building, and it was one of those rides that people did enjoy, but its time had kind of come and gone. And
Hey, if you're going to keep that reputation as the best coastal
Right.
park in America,
Look, you made room for the
world.
gatekeeper. Whoa.
Oh,
fantastic.
absolutely. Yeah,
Now, the
we're-
gatekeeper has an interesting name. Do they call it the gatekeeper because it goes over the opening of the park?
Absolutely, that's a part of it. It's just that idea that we're protecting the main gate and we're completely transforming that front area of the park. People, when they come to Cedar Point, will see this flyover happen right over the main gate. They'll just look up all day long as they're coming into the park, they'll see that, so it will really make an impression on them.
You know what? Something else is cool is the last time I was here, we went to the water area here, the water park here, and I didn't realize it at the time because I had never been. But you can be in the water park and you've got coasters going over you, which is fantastic. Well, the end part, I think it's the Magnum, goes partially over you when you're in the water park, and it's super cool.
Yeah, that's neat to see.
Yeah, it's very awesome.
Also, when you walk back into, if you've been in Dinosaurs Alive, that's one of the things that's new this year, you can see the Millennium Force throughout that island. And so you hear these dinosaurs roaring, and then you hear a coaster roar through in the background. And it's just this really fun juxtaposition of two things that you would never think you'd see together.
And then you got the Halloween sounds in the background mixed with the dinosaur sounds, mixed with the screams of people on rides. It's really crazy.
Now, how long have you been doing the HallowWeekends? Because Halloween is becoming enormous. I mean, Halloween season is going into August now. Just like Christmas season has been bleeding into October forever.
Yeah, and I would say many adults are more into HallowWeekends even than some of the kids. It's become much more of an adult celebration as well. It's no longer just for the kids, but this is our 16th year of HallowWeekends, and it's just gotten bigger and better every year.
Fantastic. 16. Hey, that's exactly as long as I've been practicing law. That's really weird.
It's Sweet 16 for you?
It is this year, November 8th.
Wow.
I know.
Time flies, doesn't it,
Denise?
It
does.
It was yesterday we were listening to 80s music, and
you don't still listen to 80s music?
I know, I do.
It was actually yesterday when I was listening to 80s music. So glad we're not in the 80s anymore.
We've got some Hell's Bells playing in the background. I think we're going to probably come up on a commercial break here soon. So, look, as we're getting our stuff together, we're going to get some people to talk to about some of the rides and attractions here, get some in-depth perspective on HallowWeekends. Stay tuned. We're live at Cedar Point on 1310 WDTW. Don't go away with a political twist-up show. Be right back.
Someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
Our neighbors did not agree to pay Mike Bouchard $10,000 a month to be an absentee leader. Hello, my name is Jane Felice Boudreau, and I'm running for sheriff because the taxpayers of Oakland County deserve better. He ran for U.S. Senate, he lost. He ran for governor, and he lost. How much time on our Oakland County dime are we going to allow this man to continue to look for another job? This November, you have a choice. Please vote for me, Jane Felice Boudreau, for Oakland County Sheriff. Paid for by the committee to elect Jane Felice Boudreau for Oakland County Sheriff.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069.
1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
Out here live in Sandusky, Ohio at Cedar Point, doing the broadcast from HallowWeekends. What a great, beautiful day it is out here on the point. Sunshine in the sky. I don't even think there's no chance of rain today. I don't think there's any chance for rain even tomorrow up until maybe way late in the evening.
It is an absolutely gorgeous day. Gorgeous day.
So the weather, one of the things that's nice about Cedar Point in this kind of weather is that it's perfect for park rides. I mean, in the summer, it's hot and sweaty, and you got to go over to Soak City and do your splashing on the log ride and stuff like that. But this is absolutely perfect weather for riding.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even need any Mist fans.
No, the Mist.
No, the Mist fans are out of commission, but we have this really nice breeze that comes around this time of year, so
the Mist
it makes it easier when you're waiting in line.
Mist fan salesmen are unemployed right now. They're off. I think they're selling Halloween stuff.
You know what's really impressed me is how hard the engineers work here every day to make sure the rides are safe. I'm really, really impressed. I saw a thing on the Travel Channel, I think, about coasters in Cedar Point.
Travel Channel does a lot about Cedar Point.
They do. You know, to their credit, well, it's a great park, but they check these things every morning. I think that's fantastic.
Absolutely, we have to because you know there's so much riding on this, and the safety of our guests is our primary
paramount. Sure. I mean, I don't think anyone ever has any hesitation about getting on a coaster here, and honestly, they look solid to me. They look fun, and I'm, being a lawyer, I'm just paranoid for a living. But man, I get on that Raptor, I don't care. I think that's the best ride ever. I love that thing.
We'd ease the concerns of the lawyer.
Hey, I put my kids on the Iron Dragon, so they love that thing. Is this it right here? I think this is it, right? Right under us. They love that. Yes.
Now,
yes,
there's
beautiful ride.
There's
Great
a couple of rides near here that they shut down at night when they do the Luminosity show. Is it the Iron Dragon that they shut down? Which rides go down at night when they do the Luminosity show? I'm just curious.
It should just be the Iron.
Just the Iron Dragon? Yeah, because they set off the fireworks and stuff. Wow, that's a great show. I was really impressed by the Luminosity stage the last time we were here because we had never had a chance to see it before, and I think a lot of people who come to the park maybe haven't had a chance to see the Luminosity thing. Can you tell us a little bit about it? And I noticed you got a guest here.
Yes, actually here with me I have our Corporate Vice President of Safety and Engineering, Monty Jasper. So he's the one who can talk all about how we do keep our ride safe and the inspection, as well as the construction side of it. He's very involved with bringing Gatekeeper to Cedar Point. So he's your man.
I did a lead-in, and I had no idea.
Yeah. I will quickly just add.
You're a natural, Denise.
Luminosity's ended for the season, but today we debut Skeleton Crew, which is a HallowWeekends themed show that's right on the stage, just across from where we are.
I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, did you guys end Luminosity last night?
No, Luminosity actually ended earlier this season when kids started coming back to school.
Oh, okay.
Shortly after Labor Day.
So
we've had a little bit of a lull when there aren't the live shows before we bring in HallowWeekends, and then.
Well, somebody was on stage last night when we got here. Somebody was up there doing something. I don't know what it was, but I'm interested to check it out. Monty, tell us about what they do with the. Tell us about Gatekeeper, first of all. Tell us about what was involved in bringing Gatekeeper here.
Okay, well, as you know, we're putting in a new roller coaster this year, Gatekeeper. Those big roller coaster projects usually take us about 2 years or 3 to get done. We've been working on this one for a while, and we're really excited about it. We've already done all of the site clearing and demolition, and we're getting ready to put in foundations and get the ride going up here.
Now, one of the hallmarks of this particular ride, it's an extremely long ride, isn't it? It's a lengthy ride compared to a lot of other rides. And there's something else, I can't remember. Tell us the features of the ride.
Okay, well, it's 170 feet tall. It goes 64 miles an hour, and it has 4,164 feet.
That's a long track.
So essentially, the interesting thing about it is that the people are sitting out on wings out on the sides of the vehicle. They're not sitting over the track, so you don't have anything under your feet or over you suspending the ride. And as you go through all the loops and the elements, you're really kind of like flying out there in space. So it's really an interesting ride.
I watched the animation online, and I was just absolutely amazed by that animation. First off, that they can do something like that. And then second off, when they show you, because like towards the end, when it goes over the gate of the park, there's a couple of cement pillars, and they have big slots through them, and it looks as if you're aiming towards the cement, and then you get tipped sideways to go through the slot. There's two of them. I think there's a little spin between the two, too, so you get spin, you go through the slot, you spin, and you go through another slot. I was just like, oh, no.
Keyholes, we think that'll be a really exciting part
Keyholes,
of the ride.
that's the Gatekeeper.
Because to this day, I still think I'm going to hit that piece of wood at the bottom of the first drop of the Gemini, and I won't put my hands. To this day, I will not put my arms up.
We've just missed that since 1978, every time.
Oh, goodness.
I've just been lucky. Everyone's been very, very lucky.
I can tell you that Top Thrill Dragster, the scariest part of that, because Denise hasn't been on it yet.
I haven't.
I've been on it 3 times, total of 3. Each time, I'm terrified, absolutely terrified. I mean, white-knuckle terrified until you hit the first bend and go straight up. Then I'm okay. Once you go up and go over the loop and go straight back down, then you're instantly, it's 18 seconds. I mean, there's not much time to think. But that first initial launch is absolutely terrifying. I mean, it's just terrifying. I don't know how else to say it.
You're not talking me into it right now.
Look, I had to talk myself into getting back on 2 and 3 times.
I'm going to have to be shamed onto going in.
We're going to have to do the group shaming.
Thrill Dragster and the Eden Musée Wax Museum all in one day.
Yeah,
it's gonna be,
I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I'm going to have to go next door and get a beer first.
We'll ease into it with remembrance of the corkscrew. We'll go to the corkscrew. No, she doesn't like the corkscrew either.
I'll tell you, it's just like Gemini. That's it. Okay.
Gemini.
It's just like
Gemini and Raptor.
We'll
That's
get you on the kitty frog thing. Can you do the kitty frog ride?
All right. I have a question for Monty, and this is more of a personal nature. My son is turning 9. He wants to be a roller coaster engineer when he grows up. I am not kidding. When we did our second grade city business thing last year, he built a roller coaster, and he had business cards made in a hard hat, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen, and he wants a job here. I told him he can't have a job here for a few more years, but what would he need to do to be a roller coaster engineer or to build roller coasters when he grows up?
What a great question.
I think that's a question like most kids have anyway. So.
It is. It's like rocket scientists.
Well, I think when you go into school, you have to really do well in the sciences and math. You have to do all those kind of things.
Yep. Got it. Okay.
Really, really strong in that. And then one of these days, when he gets ready to go to college, he needs to be looking at something like engineering or something in that neighborhood, structural, mechanical, electrical engineering. But he just really needs to stay strong, math, physics.
Math and science and physics.
You got it.
Got it. Okay. He also wants to be a roller coaster tester.
Well, that comes with the designing part,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Youth are the future of America. There we go.
I would imagine
or
that the people who are
Cedar
designing
Point.
it are going to be the ones getting on it first. So,
you told us about the gatekeeper. What else? You got some other things that you wanted to share with us, Monty, about the park?
Well, I want. Yeah.
Go ahead. It was interesting. You were talking about the preventative maintenance that we go through every day, essentially on the ride. We essentially work 24 hours a day here. Around the clock, pre-flighting everything ready to go for the next day. So, yes, we have pre-established procedures that we're going through, making sure that everything is checked off before the ride's open. If anything has a problem, the ride doesn't open until that item is corrected. So it's a very lengthy process, and we have some very, very skilled people who have dedicated their lives to making sure these rides are safe. So
You absolutely must, because everyone, I mean, obviously that's your entire reputation, safety. Mm-hmm. And, I put my kids on these rides. It's funny, too, because you'll be here, and every once in a while a ride will be shut down, and people will be like, oh, man, open the ride. I'm like, you crazy?
Let them do their thing.
Go ahead. Get on it. I'm sure, natural select yourself out. I don't understand people who get impatient with things like that. Like the plane's broken down. Get us off.
Hey, look, there's another ride right here we can ride while this one's waiting to get on.
Yeah, there are other rides. Enjoy it. Tell us a little bit more about the HallowWeekends, though, right now. Like, what times are things happening? Do things start at night that aren't going on right now? Or when do the kids' things start? When do the adult things start? When should I get the heck out of here?
When are the screensters coming for you? No, I would say actually on a day like today, on a Saturday, we have our kids' costume contest starting at 2 o'clock. So that's always fun to see, very cute. You see a lot of different costumes nowadays. There's just such a variety. I see a lot of the Angry Birds are still popular. Pirates seem like they've been timeless for the last at least 5 years or so. Vampires, of course, are always big. But then the kids who then win our costume contest get to participate in our parade at 4 o'clock. You won't be able to miss when the parade rolls through here because all the traffic just really stops, and the focus is right out here where about 60 costume characters, floats, all come rolling through. The Great Pumpkin from the Peanuts and Charlie Brown.
Oh, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Comes rolling in. It's called our Monster Midway Invasion Celebration.
Fantastic. I had no idea there was a parade. That's awesome.
Now, the last time we were here, we had Snoopy on Ice behind us. Is that still what's back behind us?
There's actually another, there's a HallowWeekends themed show here in the Good Time Theater. That's a little bit of a different feel, but it is Snoopy and the gang. It's Snoopy with his friends, and so that's fun for the kids.
The kids
and
love
families
Snoopy.
Too. Oh, yeah.
Always.
Can't go wrong. But then, in the evenings, you'll start to notice some of the haunted houses will open between about 5 and 8. Some are open a little bit later, and the Screamsters are getting into full gear. They're getting all amped up to go. And
there was a guy with a chainsaw.
You make them like watch The Exorcist every night before they go on duty, or
well, what's cool is
paranormal
that
activity, or
there's actually a commissioning for these monsters. There's a character called the Overlord, and you'll get to hopefully see him later on
that'd be
if
great.
you're sticking around for a while tonight. But the Overlord will come out, and he'll actually be on this stage, and he calls all the Screamsters together in this very spooky voice, and he gets them all riled up and says, go forth. And
it's like a Michael Jackson video.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Can you tell us about the haunted house thing? You've got a couple of them? Are there 2 of them?
4.
We have a total of 4 haunted houses and 6 walkthrough attractions. So we can talk about that. We talked a little bit about the Wax Museum.
Right.
We also have...
Is that one of the 2 attractions you're talking about?
That's one of the houses, yes.
Okay.
It's new this year. We also have... we have the Eternity Infirmary, which is like this broken down hospital that you would never want to be a patient in.
Pass.
Is that a rusty needle? What is
God,
that?
is it me? Am I the world's biggest wuss? Because the medical stuff creeps me out big time. Big time.
No, you're not the world's biggest wuss. I was the world's biggest wuss last night on the dragster. I couldn't believe
you've been on it.
It'll literally carry me on the thing.
Okay, so there's some sort of crazy, disgusting ex-hospital sanitary
light on the gore, but a lot of startle. You'll definitely get surprised. Many
definitely wet my pants.
Got it. Curly hair? Yes, is your hair curling? No.
Yeah.
If you like vampires, you might want to check out Club Blood.
I like it.
Club Blood.
So it's just like your nightclub that's all happening, but the guests, the dancers they have some very sharp teeth, so you might want to steer clear of those.
The vampires are hot, though. Generally speaking, right?
Yeah, these are maybe the better looking of our
looking. I'm there.
This is
Where's
the cream
that
of
one?
the crop of the,
I think the cold-blooded vampires would argue about the hot part.
No, they're like supermodels, though.
Right, okay.
Where's this one?
Wrong kind of hot.
That one's up toward the front of the
Got
park.
it. All right. Oh, I think I saw that right on the left when you come in, right? Saw that. Wondered what that was.
And then Beckling, G.A. Beckling, Erie Estates is another haunted house. We also have
Erie
one
Estates, I love that. You guys are so cool with the names.
Very clever. I like it.
One for the kids. If you're like Denise and maybe you're not so sure about going into these places, the Magical House on Boo Hill is a good one.
That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It sounds like a trick-or-treating thing. Like the house you'd be afraid of to trick-or-treat at.
Yeah.
That's like my house. I throw cats at kids.
The mildly creepy house on the corner. That's where I live. That's good.
Yeah. There's nothing really too creepy about it, and you can trick-or-treat and get some candy going through
it.
So that's
candy.
a fun one.
I like candy. All right.
It's a good
And you have some walkthroughs. I assume these are kind of all through the park, dispersed around, and you're going to be able to find them if you just walk around a little bit. That's cool.
I'll tell you what, I just did, this is out of the blue, I'm bringing this up, but one of the cool features that I like, if you've got a smartphone, I love the Cedar Point application that you can download and put on your smartphone. And the reason is because I've spent hours and half a day here before searching for my friend. Where did my friend go? I lost my friend. You can just put a PIN number in there and your friend, and you can keep track of each other on a GPS map so you never lose track of each other. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's a really nice feature of the Cedar Point app, which is free, and you could just download that. Very easy. It also makes it easy to check things like hours, rides, and where they are.
Wait times, and
maybe here for the first time, and you're looking.
You can find restrooms this way. It's so convenient. It's really a dream for any park goer to have that application. If you've got a smartphone or a iPad or something like that, download that thing and use it. It's really useful.
It looks like people are having a fabulous time today. I love it. I just can't believe how beautiful it is here.
That's one.
I was expecting it to be a lot colder. It's gorgeous.
Thank you
Absolutely
for picking this weekend to have us come out here, Annie.
You did a good job. Somebody was brave enough to wear a Michigan Wolverine shirt. Go Blue. Go Blue. I was not
Michigan
that
fan
brave.
Here. We're in Ohio, so we got to,
I know when I graduated.
We got the Buckeye guys out here.
We see a lot of Michiganders at Cedar Point, so they're in good company here.
They are. Very few OSU shirts. Oh, there's one.
You know what I saw yesterday at the Walmart, by
There's
the way?
a Wolverine shirt like 500 feet ahead of you. Go.
This Wolverine shirt.
Tigers, go Tigers.
I noticed in the Walmart yesterday, I saw they have Pop-Tarts with the Michigan Wolverine on them.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're like Decorator Pop-Tarts limited edition. You can pop up the big yellow M out of the toaster in the morning.
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
I'll tell you what, if we don't get our act together, we're just going to be... I'm so disappointed in our team this year.
Well,
I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
No.
We talk about something else?
Can we talk about...
Let's talk about the Tigers
back to the
and how they're
president,
going to
folks.
try to beat the worst team in baseball tonight. Good Lord. Did you see the Twins game last night?
I did not get a chance. I was busy setting up the booth. I saw it came across the news thing. You know, Tigers lose. Was it 4-2?
4-2.
Oh.
It was ridiculous.
See, I've got that Click on Detroit thing. I've got the thing you download and you get the news.
I got the ESPN app.
Oh, good Lord! I came across that. I was like, no, aren't they? Weren't they? They were first
they
place in the American
League. They were 2 games ahead. In fact, did anybody get the White Sox score? They were 2 games ahead, and then they were a game and a half ahead when they lost to the Twins. I just don't get how we're like the first team in our division. Oh my gosh, a stormtrooper that is so adorable.
Focus.
Dude, the
first
Force.
team in the division.
Yeah, first team in the division. Look, I get distracted by Star Wars. I'm
Shiny.
sorry. And we lost to the worst team in baseball again, the Twins. They swept us last time. I don't know what's going on.
So you got everybody. Look, Ryan's a Cleveland Indians fan. He's got his Cleveland gear on. It's a Tigers. Oh, I thought there was Indians gear. What's wrong with you?
Glasses. Oh,
look, I can't see a thing.
I love stormtroopers.
Oh, we got a stormtrooper getting his picture taken in front of the booth.
Look
How cool
at that.
is that? Oh, it's a great. Oh, wait a minute. Can I get it? Oh, I missed him. Oh, we missed him on camera. That's too bad.
May the Force be with you, dude.
You
He's
rock.
Like, yeah.
Bring back candy.
Force.
Just
He's
kidding.
Trying to...
So you see the little tykes out here? Their costumes. You ever
They're
see
adorable.
adults? You got adults walking around in costumes?
It's kind of hard to figure out whether some of them are in costume or not.
Well, that's people watching, you know.
There's that, but it's just
cool.
kids that dress up. We don't encourage the adults to get too decked out with masks and things because we don't want them to get mixed in with our Screamster crowd, and then we don't know if they're working for us or not. But
hey, we got to go to break. We'll be right back on the on the Political Twist Up Show at 1310 WDTW.
She will never let your spirits down. Once you get her off the street, oh girl, she likes the boys and
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069.
Our neighbors did not agree to pay Mike Bouchard $10,000 a month to be an absentee leader. Hello, my name is Jane Felice Boudreau, and I'm running for sheriff because the taxpayers of Oakland County deserve better. He ran for U.S. Senate, he lost. He ran for governor, and he lost. How much time on our Oakland County dime are we going to allow this man to continue to look for another job? This November, you have a choice. Please vote for me, Jane Felice Boudreau, for Oakland County Sheriff. Paid for by the committee to elect Jane Felice Boudreau for Oakland County Sheriff.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
I can't get these memories out of my mind, and some kind of madness has started to evolve.
So we're back out here at Cedar Point, live on 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. It's the Political Twist Up Show. It's Steve and Denise out here today. Rick Thompson's got the day off. He's on assignment. But we got Ryan, our radio news intern. Ryan, did you prepare any news today? Probably not.
No. The news is we're at Cedar Point.
That's it.
That's the news. I did have a couple questions, though, back to the gatekeeper. I know that they've started construction. I took the sky ride over and see that the beach is torn up down there where you're doing that. When will they start pouring the footings and things like that? When does that process start in the building?
Well, they're actually out there now. We've already dug some holes, and we've got rebar cages ready to go. And so this month, we'll actually put foundations in.
I was talking with Annie a couple days ago before we arrived, and I was hoping that at some point, and I think she alluded to the fact that this would be possible, that we could come down and maybe take some photos during the construction, I think in January or something.
Sure.
Oh,
Why
wow.
not?
I think that would be really neat. Yeah, I would appreciate that. And I think, the people that are interested in this, Cedar Point fans are coast to coast, and I think it's something that everybody would enjoy and like to see.
No, we'd love to have you down.
We're looking to have a couple of off-season tours, too, so people can just get a first-hand glimpse of Gatekeeper as it's making its way into Cedar Point. So
I've never stayed at the Breakers Hotel. I was talking earlier with Monty about this, and some of the photographs that you have in
We were
there
talking about that.
are unbelievable. Are those photographs that have been
just the
found?
regular? Are you talking
Were
about
they collected over the years and they've always been there? Where did most of that
You're talking
artwork
about the
come
historical
from?
photographs,
Yeah,
not the
the
Halloween
historical.
ones.
No, the historical photographs. What's the origin?
Hotel Breakers has actually been here since 1905, so it's very historic. A lot of those photos were just from archives, from libraries, I would imagine, maybe some collections.
I saw some bathhouse photos when it was a bathhouse still.
Right. That's correct.
Yeah, the shower caps on. They're all in a row, scratching each other's backs. That was cool.
I like the one in the barrel. They're all hanging out in the barrel.
Right.
It's just, there are so many.
This is a smile factory.
Yeah.
All you guys do is make smiles here.
I can tell you, my cheeks were sore last night. There was nobody here.
I
This is after the park closed.
This is my 5th visit this year.
Oh,
This
God.
season. I came down for my graduation in May with my friend Kevin that I brought with me today. And this is my 5th visit, and I could come here every day. I never get tired of being here.
Thank you for coming.
I like watching the people. I like the rides. And as we were saying, just setting up just to see the lights. It's a beautiful park.
We got Lions gear going by.
So the opening date for Gatekeeper would be scheduled for when?
Second weekend in May. I think it's May, Annie, in May 12th?
I think it's May 11th this year.
All right.
And what do you do for a grand opening? Is there a ceremony? Is there a party? What's the procedure?
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say we have a couple of things that are in the works right now, and we haven't finalized it yet, but most likely it's very common for us to have both a media day where folks like you would come out and be the first to get on this ride and tell everyone about it. But we
Nice.
also
Sign me up.
Yeah, I know you're there. We also would typically have a first rider auction of some type where we're looking to
that's very
partner
cool.
with a charity, if not more than one charity, where we raise money. They can bid to
That's
be one of the
excellent.
first riders here. And in the past, these types of first rider auctions have gone over very well. I think with Gatekeeper, it's just going to just blow up. I mean, it'll
you're
be
going to
a
exceed
huge-
expectations for sure.
Yeah, a huge fundraiser.
Am I correct in the assumption or my belief that it holds 3 world records, or it will hold 3 records when it's completed? Is that correct?
I think we're looking at a 2 that I know of. One
Okay.
is height, and the other one is velocity that we're looking
Okay.
at. But I'm not sure about the third one yet. There may be a drop one that we're still researching.
That's the one I was going to say. I think it's the 128 feet drop for that type of coaster. I think it holds the record. So once again, Cedar Point comes through better than everybody else. So excellent, nice.
Wow. So I guess the thing that strikes me again the most impressive about today is the weather. I mean, I just can't get over what a great time it is out here in this weather. I will get on more rides today as a result of the weather than any other day, honestly. Oh, provided we get out of here.
I have one more question about the Breakers, and it's a Halloween-related one. Do you mind if I ask
No,
it?
go for it.
Do
You're the co-host.
It's an old hotel. Is it haunted?
You know, there
Have
been
there?
some stories.
Have there?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is
There
getting
are
better.
definitely stories.
Do you know any of them?
I wish I knew more offhand. I've just heard a few things here and there about
What a great question, Denise.
guests that maybe are just not ever really settled, and some things that go on.
I
at
slept
night,
well.
so-
I slept well at the Hotel Breakers last night, but I was dead.
Yeah, you were in a coma. That's not the same
Yeah.
thing, eh?
Did you
Monty,
experience any?
I have
you
not.
weren't there last night. But
I wasn't there last night, but I have stayed at the Breakers, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hotel. People don't realize, I think, if they haven't stayed here before, how beautiful the amenities are. You know, they think roller coaster park, motel, but it's not. It's an absolutely gorgeous hotel. It's very clean. It's very, very beautiful. And but you do get the impression, because it's so old, that there has to be something going on there.
Yeah, it depends on what you believe. It's all kind of perception, and I do think that there are sometimes things that cannot be explained, and
Well, and it's become so much more mainstream with all those shows on TV. With you can explain away a couple of things,
Like
but
the
after a
paranormal
while,
shows?
yeah, like the Dead Files and the paranormal investigator shows.
There's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them. You hear one story and you think, okay, but you hear 1,000.
Look, I got a speck on my picture. That's a ghost.
Yeah, no, but I mean, some of these people, I really don't think they're making it up. And
No,
you
look,
just,
when
some
you're
of these
scared in a
older
place by
places-
yourself, you're definitely not making that up.
Yeah. And,
I was there on the dragster last. I was not making that up.
we've had some ghost hunters interested
Have you?
in Cedar Point. We have had mostly they're interested in our frontier, what used to be our frontier town carousel. There are rumors about that being haunted, and there's one horse in particular that you can see in the town hall museum out in Frontier Town. The horse is still there, and that's the horse that one of the horses that's suspected to have been haunted because of a story about two lovers that would always meet at this particular carousel at that horse, and then
I imagine
I
imagine that's a
this
common
out.
thing here at Cedar Point. Lovers meet at Cedar Point, I believe.
Absolutely.
Got people
And-
holding hands all the time up in here.
Yeah. Frontier Town Carousel Horse. We're going to have to check this out after the show. That is cool. And we think that the Breakers is probably haunted.
Yeah, our Midway carousel is 100 years old this year too. So
That thing is cool.
Yeah.
I love riding that. It's
who
very,
knows
very
what
high
that-
up there.
Who knows what might be part of that carousel? What may have happened there in the past? But
That would be neat. We need
never
to get
know.
some ghosts. Maybe we should be ghost hunters.
We should be
get
ghost
some
hunters. I would love to
hunters
ghost
here.
hunt.
That would be fantastic.
I've always had a paranormal fascination.
Yeah. I think that, did you hear that the carousel might be haunted as well?
No.
The big carousel. That would be sweet. We'll have to ride that today and find out.
Let's do it.
I think we should.
Well, who's in the wax
Fantastic.
museum? I'm just curious about
Oh.
who's in that wax museum. Anybody famous?
You'll see famous scenes from history. You'll see like Cleopatra. You'll see Robin Hood is there. You'll see some people that you'll probably recognize. Lizzie Borden and
really?
the infamous murder of the parents is in the wax museum.
You know, it's crazy. I think she was acquitted. But
Lizzie
nobody,
Borden was acquitted?
Yeah, she was.
From
she
a-
was
from a-
found
from
not
an attorney's
guilty.
perspective.
No, but she was found not guilty. But it was like an OJ thing. So was he. But
Right. Well,
no one's buying
There's
it.
not much of
No one's
forensic
buying it.
evidence back in
No.
the mid 1800s.
Nope,
there
not
really
at all.
wasn't anything that they could go on.
There's not much historical.
No, I believe she admitted to killing them, but she was acquitted of the murder on other issues. So she absolutely killed him. I think everyone believes that. It was really grisly.
That
Back
is-
to the paranormal shows, man. I
Wow.
can't get off the history, the Travel Channel,
Now,
whatever
that's a
channel
haunted.
it is.
That
That's
house
crazy.
Is absolutely haunted. I
Yeah.
did see an episode about that.
Right.
The
That's
home, you
amazing.
could actually stay there.
We have
So
guests.
We were talking about bringing some guests from the park and talking about asking some questions to people. So we got a couple people from I guess they're from Michigan. Are you guys from Michigan?
Where are you guys from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
All right.
Yeah. Victoria Hannon.
Victoria, do you have a question about HallowWeekends in Cedar Point?
Yeah, I was like wondering what happens. Like, what do you guys like? What happens? What goes on?
During HallowWeekends?
Yeah.
What a great question. Can we give them a thumbnail?
There are all kinds of things that happen for HallowWeekends. You'll see that haunted houses will start to open here in a couple of hours. You can check out any of our haunted houses. We have 4 houses and 6 walkthrough attractions, which are very cool. If you want to pick up what's called a fright guide, you can get them anywhere that you can get a park map, and that'll tell you
There's
all
a
the
fright
haunted
guide.
attractions. Yeah,
I didn't know.
We should have gotten you a fright guide.
For
Didn't
sure.
realize you didn't have one. We'll get you one.
Thank
Make
you.
sure
It was
you know.
Victoria, right? And you guys are from where?
Fort Wayne,
Indiana. There we go.
Go.
Shout out to Fort Wayne. Yeah.
Thank you. You guys have a great day at Cedar Point.
So, we were talking earlier about getting a group of people to do a walkthrough on the ride.
Maybe
we should start thinking about collecting a group. Do you want to, talk to people about getting a little group of passersby to get a special walk-on a ride? We should do that. That would be lots of fun.
20 people. We can round up about
We'll round up a group of 20 to take them with us on the show on a
Hoosiers, come back.
Which ride
Hoosiers, all of you, come back.
Which ride should we put them on?
Let's let them pick.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Look, we got 20 of them right here.
All the Hoosier group. Do you guys want to ride with us on a special ride in a group?
We're going to do a walk-on here maybe after the show.
What's the ride? What do you guys think?
What do you want to ride? It's the synopsis is?
It's a special thing. We're all going to go together. We can go do the
ride,
Dragster, the Force, the Tower. What do you want? Dragster.
What a great choice.
Absolutely. That would be my choice, too.
Immediately following the show, it's 12:46 now. We get off the show at 1. So meet us right here at 1 o'clock, and we'll do
1
a
o'clock right here, and we're going to go as a group. All right?
Right on the ride.
Go Hoosiers. We'll see you right here.
Awesome.
All right.
Wow, that's going to be fun.
Now Denise has no choice here.
I'm going to get shamed into this now because there's like a 9-year-old in that group, so there's no way I'm getting out of this.
Oh, that's going to be fun. So,
I can't wait.
We got a couple minutes left here before we go to break. What do we want to cover? Food and fare. We got the skeleton crew out here.
We do have another guest who has joined us. This is Derek, and he is someone who trains our Screamsters. And he's in charge of the hiring and some of the training for our Screamster cast of
he
about
looks tired.
300.
He's literally part of the skeleton crew.
Come on over, Derek.
Up all night training.
Now, if people are trying to get, maybe get a job, they're trying to get a holiday job for, put a little extra bucks away for the season. Can you come here and do an audition to be a Screamster? And how do you do that?
There are no actual auditions. Part of the process, all they really need to do is go to cedarpoint.com and apply to be a Screamster with job code 613. And from there, it's really a selection process. We go through applications, and we advertise on our signs throughout the park. Normal, sane people need not apply.
I saw that. That was excellent.
It's quite a unique group of people, and as we interview them, we kind of pick their brain, try to see what makes them tick. What would be a good job placement for them. We've got everything from clowns and ghosts to vampires and wax figurines and things in our Eden Musée. So there's quite a selection that they can choose from.
Clowns are creepy.
They
give all the creepy people the clown jobs.
Posse.
Yeah.
So about how many people actually end up becoming part of the Screamster crew as a part of HallowWeekends?
We hired to fill positions in excess of 300, over 300 Screamsters throughout our 7 weekends.
Wow.
And when do you start hiring for this kind of thing?
We start taking applications and hiring around the 1st to 2nd week in June.
Wow.
So now would be too late.
Well, probably, yeah.
All right,
we are still taking applications and still hiring individuals to come and work with us for our last remaining weekends, HallowWeekends.
Oh,
I think she'd be a great vampire. She looks like she's just really, really antsy to get into that role. I can see that happening.
Would love to be a vampire.
I am making no lawyer jokes now.
Fantastic.
No lawyer jokes.
A lawyer and a vampire. No blood-sucking jokes. Hello.
I would like to.
She wants to be a
take you
vampire.
to court. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Do you think that would help or hurt your
Blood-sucking.
career as the lawyer, your day job?
I think it would just. I think it would just be very symbiotic with my job during the day. Bloodsucker during the day, bloodsucker at night. No difference.
I almost want to try my scary laugh. Should I try the scary laugh? Can I?
Well, that's not bad.
Okay.
That was not scary at the end.
That's pretty good. All you need to go to cedarpoint.com.
He's going to hire me on the spot.
Where would we put Steve? What house would be
just
best for him?
Just give me a creepy microphone.
Yeah.
I'll just make voice.
I think a great place would be Erie Estates, the Haunted Mansions.
You'll probably be good in the medical lab.
So it's a very scary time here at Cedar Point. We're at HallowWeekends. Come and enjoy the fun. We're back with more, and we're going to do that big ride, the Dragster. Back with more on this on the Political Twist-Up Show. Stand by. 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
When you're strange, when you're strange.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
Our neighbors did not agree to pay Mike Bouchard $10,000 a month to be an absentee leader. Hello, my name is Jane Felice Boudreau, and I'm running for sheriff because the taxpayers of Oakland County deserve better. He ran for U.S. Senate, he lost. He ran for governor, and he lost. How much time on our Oakland County dime are we going to allow this man to continue to look for another job? This November, you have a choice. Please vote for me, Jane Felice Boudreau, for Oakland County Sheriff. Paid for by the committee to elect Jane Felice Boudreau for Oakland County Sheriff.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069.
1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
All these kinds of places make it seem like it's been ages. And tomorrow sun will be
Back live out at Sandusky, Ohio at Cedar Point for HallowWeekends. Yeah, it's a great time. Just cemented our fate on the dragster moments ago. Taking a group of people out here from some people from the show, that listeners from the show, and some people that have been coming by the booth. Do we have the whole thing full? Do we have got 20 people on there? I mean, we
I don't know. We could probably get a few more in there.
We could probably.
Anybody want to ride the dragster with us?
Going for the ride on the dragster, front car at 1 o'clock. Come with us.
No waiting.
Come one, come all.
10 minutes.
Tigers fan. Ooh, go Tigers.
So here we go.
Go Tigers. Take out the Twins today, please.
From Milwaukee.
We should see if we got somebody with a costume.
Milwaukee,
like
awesome.
the next costume buyer. So there we go.
I'm a huge Green Bay
getting
fan.
ready to do that.
Don't tell people in Michigan.
As people come here to come to the park, what are the best ways that they can engage with the park? In other words, when they come here,
Ryan, go find a cute single guy to ride, please. Hurry.
Wait a minute. You got to rephrase
35
that.
to 40.
Rephrase that, please.
Go.
So
not for you.
Come on. So when people come to the park, they gotta come in park, and then they can come in the park. Tell them about discounts and special attractions and features as they come to enjoy HallowWeekends here at Cedar Point.
Sure, absolutely. We can, first of all, one great way to save money right off the bat is just by going to cedarpoint.com. You can save $10 per ticket just by buying them online. If you plan ahead a little bit, you're coming out to the park.
$10 off the bottom line right there.
$10 off the bottom line right there.
It's a mouthful.
That's good. So absolutely, that's one way to save. Also, our Starlight discount. We have Starlight tickets that are less expensive if you come anytime after 5 o'clock. You're coming in the evening. Maybe you only want to see the haunted attractions. You've done all the rides earlier in the year.
I like to ride the rides at night.
Yeah, and ride the rides at night. You can do both, but coming in the evening is definitely a way to save some money. We have Starlight discounts available for both adults and juniors, and you'll save anywhere from $10 to $15 on that as well. So that's a good one. Also, if you're coming from Michigan, let's face it, you've got to probably stay somewhere if you want to get a full day's worth of fun in.
You want to squeeze every moment in you can.
Just be able to relax. And if you stay in any of Cedar Point's resorts, you save $20 per ticket.
Wow.
So that's a great
fantastic.
savings.
Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it's totally worth it because if you're going to drive here all day, you want to be able to get here when the park opens and stay for a while. So yeah, absolutely. And if you're extraordinarily impatient, don't want to wait in line. We have something for that as well. We have a special premium perk for both the rides and for our haunted attractions. They're two separate upcharges. We have one that is for rides called Fast Lane, and that's something that we've had all year. It's brand new this year, but that's been very, very well received. A lot of people, especially from out of town, are taking advantage of that.
For sure.
Because let's face it, you want to get to every single one of our 15 coasters And you don't
Maximize
want
the
to have to wait in
experience.
line, right?
And you want people looking at you like, I hate you because you're
know.
going in front of
You
me.
get
You
those
love that.
evil
And you know,
stares.
if you're willing to pay for it, why not?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
great. It's great.
It turns
Make
sometimes
people
a
jealous.
2.5-hour wait into less than 15 minutes.
And when you think about it and you break down the cost of being here for a day, it's more than worth it to pay for a speed pass and be able
Fast lane. It's called fast lane.
Sorry, fast lane, and be able to get more for your money. I think so. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's been so popular that's why we've rolled out what we call Fright Lane, which is the same thing, but it's just for the haunted houses. You can speed ahead to the front of the line and get right up into that wax
There's no
museum.
time to be afraid
Yeah,
that way.
no time to back out and hesitate. Once you've already bought that Fright Lane pass, you're kind of
committed.
locked in. You are committed.
It's done.
Yeah,
Done deal.
So that's a great one. People have been taking advantage of that as well because even our, especially our haunted attractions this time of year, you may wait for a while in line for them because they are so popular.
Excellent. Fright Lane. I like it.
It's a
Very,
spooky,
very good.
scary time here at Cedar Point.
It is.
And now, are there any other things that I'm just trying to run down the list? We've got a couple of minutes left in the show, trying to squeeze it in.
Sure.
You mentioned
We
something
also
before
have-
about kids and parents, and
we have something called Parent Swap.
Right,
where
right,
you
right.
can,
Sign me
if
up.
you're coming with
Get
your
rid of your
child-
kids. Oh, wait. That's not
Wait,
it.
yeah,
Wrong
there's
concept,
No
wrong
kid
concept.
swap involved. We don't.
Ah.
You
Not
you
that
can't
frightening.
trade for Snoopy or something.
Can't trade for
So-
better kids?
Yeah,
All right.
Hey,
I'm
just-
confused. Tell us about Parent Swap.
Sure. So Parent Swap is a program that allows both parents to ride when only one would have to wait in line. So you would need to stop by our park operations office, which is right over in Kittyland. It's the first kids area that you'll see when you walk into Cedar Point. Just request the Parent Swap pass, and you'll actually give that pass to the ride operator. One parent goes to ride the ride. They'll give that pass to the operator, and then the other parent who's been waiting with the child will go on right up the exit and will...
So they don't have to hang out for the whole nother line again.
Right, exactly. It's the way to be able to ride all the rides and only one parent has to wait, and both parents get to ride.
You still get to bring your kids and they get to enjoy it. What a
Because
great
grown-ups
concept.
like rides, too. Parents like rides, too. We still like our rides. That's awesome. What a great idea.
So we're going to plan on trying to come back out here maybe again in the winter or the spring.
Yeah, we'd love to have you for our off-season tour of Gatekeeper.
The
Ooh, can't
Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. I'll be here.
Can't
I'm
wait.
sure you'll be here for Media Day. I'm sure you'll be one of those people. That
I
will
definitely
wanna
will be
first
down
in
here for
line.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us today.
Annie, thank you. You're a great host.
Thank you so much. We're getting ready to gather up our group of people. They're all sitting over here waiting. At 1 o'clock, we're going to
Are
go
you guys
ride
ready to
the
ride the
Top Thrill
dragster?
Dragster. So join us
Are
again
you
next
ready?
week. They're all hooped up and ready. Oh, we didn't put them on camera. Wait, I got to put them on camera before we go. Get them on camera. And as we exit, we're going to run out of music here. We're going to run out of program. Join us next week for the Political Twist-Up Show on AM 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. This week, live from Cedar Point. Thanks, guys. Woo!
The comments, ideas, and opinions expressed in the preceding program are those of the show participants only. Nothing stated in this program reflects the ideas, opinions, or beliefs of this radio station and or Clear Channel Radio. This is Detroit's Progressive Talk, 1310 WDTW, Dearborn, Detroit. Listen on iHeartRadio.